absolutely love the Keenan Health Center, and I always have. I used to live about 13, 14 blocks from here, and I just always thought it was cool. And now, as we're celebrating its 80th birthday, it's a very special occasion for our entire community. I'm joined by Commissioner Bevan Baker, who is with me today, and Alderman Willie Wade, who is the alderman from this district. This is such a special occasion, though. We have a health commissioner from the last millennium who has joined us as well. Paul Nannis has joined us as well. So it's so nice of you to come back. As I said, we are celebrating Keenan Health Center's 80th birthday. It's been 80 years since Keenan Health Center first opened its doors back in 1932. And it's really quite a story. When it was first opened, it was a gift from a gentleman who was a former alderman. He and his family gave $175,000 to the city, Mr. Alderman.
I'm afraid of what that is in today's day.
He was actually a former clerk of courts, and my brother's a clerk of court, so I will be saying the same thing to him as well. He was an employee of Northwestern Mutual, and I don't know if I think someone said we had some representatives from Northwestern Mutual here today. I don't know if we do or not, but if you're here, thank you. And that'll show you the strong tie Northwestern Mutual has had to our city, and we just entered into a new partnership, or I proposed a new partnership with them last week for them to build a new tower, and part of our thinking was they've been such a great partner, and I think that this is a living example of how their employees have contributed to this community. But what you can see here is you can see back in 1934, you can see some of the nurses dealing with some of the mothers who have their babies in carriages. Nurses were receiving training in 1943. There are families lined up outside the door waiting to receive their polio vaccines in the 1950s. From the day it was founded, thanks to the great gift to the city by its namesake, Matthew Keenan, and his wife, Antoinette, the mission has been clear. And I think this is really quite amazing when you think this was back in 1932, to be a center dedicated to the prevention of disease and conservation of health for all people of Milwaukee, regardless of race or religion. Something that we obviously need to continue to focus on today. And that mission continues to be carried out today. This is a health center that has not only helped us tackle the health challenges of the past, but is leading us in tackling the challenges that we face in the future as well. Each day, expectant and new parents come here to access health care and insurance through our community health care access program. Mothers and their children come to Keenan for health education around nutrition and safe sleep. These efforts are key to the health of our youngest city residents and our efforts to reduce infant mortality here in Milwaukee. Families come to Keenan for immunizations, helping us to maintain an almost 86% compliance rate of vaccines in the city. And I'm proud to say that number has gone up in the last 8 years. Men find help accessing health care and other community resources through the Men's Health Clinic, helping us tackle issues not just around health care, but employment and fatherhood as well. And Keenan plays an important role in controlling tuberculosis, STDs, and HIV through daily clinics and a committed outreach staff. I am incredibly proud of the history of this building, and I think everyone who works here currently or has worked here in the past should be equally proud. This is what government is about, and this is where government serves our people and does so very, very proudly on this location for 80 years. It has stood as a continued sign of the city's commitment to health for 80 years. One of my long ago predecessors, Mayor Daniel Hone, the Hone Bridge, told Milwaukee residents that the city would not fail in its stewardship of the Keenan Clinic. Though the needs of the community have changed, I continue to see Keenan Health Center and its dedicated staff as an instrumental part of building the health of our community today and long into the future. Now I'd like to welcome up Alderman Willie Wade, who is the 7th District Alderman, to say a few words as well. Alderman?